Hey, Mike Jackson here from Best of Tetons in beautiful Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Today I want to show you how to use some of the new masking features that are in the current revision of Lightroom Classic, and I think you'll find that they're quite a welcome addition, but at the same time they're not perfect. And I'll start out the video showing you half a dozen or so images that I select with just the default selection tool, and you can see how some of them are really good, and you'll see how some of them are pretty miserable. And what that means is you get what you get. There's no slider in the current version of it, but there is a color range, and it does have a slider, and that will help you out quite a bit. You can see how these will work together, and you can also check out some of my other videos, and there'll be more like projects. You can see these things go step by step by step and see how these things actually are used. But for now, let's just jump right in and see how we can select some subjects. I'm in the develop module and I have an image up. I haven't really done anything other than cropping it, and it's a pretty good example of how it works and how it should work. If I were to go up and say select subject in this particular example, it does a pretty darn good job. Wow. I could work on the background by inverting this. I can work on the bear itself. Let me show you a couple more examples. This one works the same. I've already selected the subject, so let me show you what the mask looks like. Pretty good job. Similar, I can turn it on and you can see I have a pretty good mask here, except for right in here. I can subtract that out if I needed to. This one, this seemed like a no-brainer, right? You just select the mask, but oh no, it didn't get all of it, and I have no idea why. The way to do it is you select the sky and then invert it, and it does a really nice mask. Here, I'll do that real quick. Create subject, select sky, and then invert that, and that gives me a pretty good mask. When I did the select subject on this one, it did a pretty good job, except it didn't get down in here. You wonder why it wouldn't grab that, but sometimes it doesn't. We certainly can fix the mask. It's just a matter of, I'm just showing you right now what it will do and won't do. This image surprises you what it does and doesn't do. So it is getting the bottles, but it also is getting the shadows on the wall. Why it didn't get this part, but it did get that part, I guess it has to do with what part's the sharpest. You'll see that a lot of times it spans across open areas. A little bit frustrating. It's easy enough to remove those, but I'm just showing you what it selects and what it doesn't select sometimes. This is similar to the fence. When it does it, you'll see that it spans across areas where you wouldn't think that it would. I did a select subject on this one, and this is all I got right there. If you remember, in one of the previous examples, there was a gate entrance, a log gate entrance, and I tried selecting the woodwork, the log timbers, and it did a pretty miserable job. It got some of it, but not all of it. And then I selected the sky, which did a good job. I inverted the selection and end up with a nice selection of the subject. Okay, well, here's another example of similar. You sometimes don't have sky at all, and in that case I had a really nice even blue sky. There's other times maybe you have multiple colors in the sky, and one of the ways to get to the subject is to start in effect working backwards. And so if I use color range in this example, I can get to the cowboy bar and all the detail work by coming in the back door using color range. So that's how this works, is I would go to masking, I would do color range, select through the sky, and get all the colors of the sky. It makes a pretty, solid mask on it, but I do have a slider here, and so all I have to do is pull the slider back until basically I have only the green in the background, or the sky in this case. And then all I have to do is go up right here and click invert, and now I have a really good mask using color range and the slider in the color range. Sometimes you have to sneak up on these things. Now I have a whole video on this particular project, so you probably want to go watch that one for more details on what's going on, but at least I want to show you in this kind of select subject project, just to give you an idea of different ways of getting to the end. Adobe introduced these new masking tools not that long ago, and there's a good chance that maybe you haven't even tried them yet. And I think that once you understand what they do and how they work and the limitations, that you'll start using them yourself. It's possible to select a subject and lighten, darken, or make some texture details and things like that using the brush tools within the mask, or you can invert the mask and work in the background and maybe blur the background a little bit or clean up some clutter and that kind of thing in the background without destructing anything on the subject itself. So that's kind of the general idea. So this introduction video is just kind of show you with at least a half a dozen or so images what you might expect on your images if you use some of these tools. Select subject, select sky, and sometimes you don't even have any sky to select. And then color range also comes to the rescue because it has a slider. So hopefully this will get you started. You're going to need to go get on your own images and try some of these out, and I think over a period of time you'll have a pretty good idea and how to develop a battle plan to get your project done, assuming you even need to use the mask at all. So this is Mike Jackson at Best of Tetons. Give it a try and watch some of the other videos. I get way more complex with it and even some fairly complicated finished projects. Check out the YouTube channel, Best of Tetons. We'll catch you down the road.